Well, um, I just wanted to make a little video here to show you. I think a lot of people think, the misconception that this is a glamorous lifestyle, and it's it's so awesome to live off grid and do whatever. And it is, don't get me wrong, but I just want to kind of show you what a day in here is really like. Normally it isn't lit this well. Normally I'm just by candlelight, but so it's dark all the time. You always have to wear a headlamp. But I got a light on just so you can see in this video. But it's things that you don't think about, that you live this way and you find yourself doing things that in your other life that you would have never done. Like a big thing without having running water. My hands are shaking. Without having running water, you never do dishes. Damn, why was my hand shaking? But you never do dishes whatsoever. You never wash your hands. You eat out of the same pot. I had a rabbit stew last night for dinner, and in the same pot this morning I made oatmeal for breakfast. Did I wash it? No. Did I clean it? You scrape it out the best you can, and then you make your oatmeal in fucking rabbit juice, and after a while of doing that, it just seems normal. Your entire world revolves around this heater right here. Okay, this is my entire world. Everything is always drying. Where's the heater at? Everything is always drying by this camp stove. I've got my jumpsuits, my water, my boots, chainsaw, gloves, boot liners, wood. And that's your entire life revolves around the heat that stove is putting off. My water, this is the hardest thing to deal with, is trying to unthaw 5-gallon water jugs, to drink water. It's a never-ending process. You never have water. Every single night I woke up this morning, it was 14 degrees in here, which it's generally every morning between 13 and 18 degrees when I get up. So everything is frozen every single day. I bought bananas the other day, avocados, frozen solid. I mean, they're just frozen solid. The only fruit you can eat up here is oranges and apples. So, and I'm 20 miles from the closest shower. So, that's another thing that you don't really think about. I mean, I've gone over 3 weeks without a shower. And I think that's kind of the norm up here, that I think most dudes probably only shower once a month, just because it only makes sense. I mean, when you don't have water and you don't have access to running water, and I think that's kind of the norm. I think it's like 2 weeks for chicks and a month for dudes on the showers. I think that's probably the norm. And another thing, this is the first day that it's been above -30. Okay, so for the last week it's been -40, -30 every day. My door, it freezes shut every morning. Let's see if you can see that. So my doors freeze shut every single morning. You can't open the door. I mean, can you see the ice I mean, that's an inch of ice everywhere. You know, they freeze shut. So, you know, you don't just open the door and take a piss. What you do is you have your piss bucket. And I don't know if you can see inside there, but that's full of piss, eggshells, matchsticks, coffee grains. And that's just, you know, that's the norm. You know, you piss in a fucking bucket every morning in your living room. Is that sanitary? Is that gross? Not up here. I mean, it's the norm. You might not have done that in your old life, but when you get up here, you know, you do what you have to do, and you keep doing that for a while, and it just becomes the norm. So you find yourself doing stuff you would have never done. Have I spilled the piss bucket over? Yeah. Was that nasty? Yeah. That's why I have it in another bucket now. I came up here with 3 forks, 3 knives, and 3 spoons that my granddaddy had given me from his time in the U.S. Navy. He had stolen some silverware, and so that's what I brought with me. 3, 3, 3. I have 1 plate. My bowl busted, so I do not have a bowl. I eat out of whatever pot I'm cooking in. Do you ever wash the plate? No. You might dip it in snow and scrape it off, but no. But back to what I was getting at. Yeah, I dropped the fork in the piss bucket. So I'm down to 2 forks now. I just, you know, I'm going to eventually get the fork, and then, you know, you wash it. Yeah, you wash it, but you just kind of dip it in snow, and, you know, it just, the things, it is what it is. And another thing that I would have never thought that I would do, and it's kind of become the norm now. And I don't know if I've reached an extreme level of grossness or just, you know, survival technique, but, you know, shitting in my cat's litter box now is becoming the norm. Would other people think that's gross? Yeah. I mean, you asked me a year ago would I shit in a cat's litter box, and I said, you got to be kidding me. And now I can justify that. I justify taking a squat over the cat's litter box and taking a shit every morning. And it's just kind of become the norm. Is that weird? I think to a lot of people, that's pretty strange and that's pretty out there. But living this lifestyle, that's just the norm. Pissing in a bucket and shitting in a litter box has become my norm. And I don't have a problem with that anymore. I don't know if that's scary or if that's just survival. But when it's -40, you're going to shit in the litter box, you're going to go outside and freeze, you know. And I think, you know, I won't even let the cat watch me do that. I section it off. I've got 3 sections here, and I section the bedroom off. I put her out here because I don't want her to see me do that. I think she would lose respect for me. All respect. Whatever respect she's got for me. And I think if I could see myself in a mirror shitting over my cat box, I don't think I would respect myself anymore. But I don't have mirrors up here, so I never get to see what I look like or anything. So that's probably a really good thing. You know, I have a foam pillow. I'll try to show you the ice in here. I've got a foam pillow that is a brick now. It is a complete solid brick. It will not bend. I cannot sleep on it. It's literally like sleeping on concrete. You know, it's just cold in this camper. I mean, it's extremely, extremely cold all the time. And this is another thing that, you know, I don't know if you can see that. My socks. I don't own anything anymore that does not have, that is not burnt. I've burnt the ass out of all my long johns, all my pants, my big down jacket, anything that heat can burn. I've already burnt through it because drying in these kind of things is really, really tough. Well, so here's, I try to not to come in this room that much, but I mean, if you can just see the ice, I mean, this thing is its own freezer. I mean, it's probably, you breathe smoke in here. I mean, I honestly think the insulation keeps it colder in here than it does outside. I feel that it's colder in here than it is when it's negative 30 outside. This place is effing freezing. You know, but I mean, this is my life. This is the living space that I have, is basically, that's my chair. And this is my living space right here. This section right here, this is everything. This is my world. Piss bucket, stove, wood. Piss bucket, stove, wood. That's my world. You know, I just made that, hung my gun up there last night. Because you have to get shit out of the way. I mean, you trip over everything. If I want to open anything, like I can't open my cabinets. Nothing opens. I have to pull up the rug to open a cabinet. I can't open my refrigerator, you know, without moving the piss bucket. Everything you trip over, you step over. It's not as glamorous as you may think. I mean, you know, I don't even know if anybody thought this was glamorous, but I'm just gonna tell you, it's fucking awesome. But there's no glamour to it. I mean, your standards go. If you had your standards of shit that you thought you could do was here, a month living out here, you got to go way down. Everything goes way down, but it becomes the norm. And I guess that's kind of what I was getting at. It's a different lifestyle. And I mean, I love the shit out of it. I don't see myself ever living like I used to live. Would I like running water? That would be huge. Because I'm a pretty clean person. I'm a pretty neat person. But living up here, you know, I mean, you know, I man wipe with fucking baby wipes to try to keep some sense of cleanliness about it, but ain't nothing clean up here. I mean, literally, I wash my hands when I take a shower. That's it. They never get washed because you can't. You physically can't. But that's it. I just wanted to show you that and see what was up, man. So you kind of really see what it is living in a tiny space. I'm gonna try to get my sled started so I can get out and do some more videos, but it's just been so cold and what have you. But anyway, now you can see my glamorous lifestyle.